Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Total Biscuit of CynicalBit.com and the YouTube channel Total Halibut. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is Wildstar. Wildstar would appear to be some kind of sci-fi MMO as published by NC Soft, developed by Carbine Studios. We're going to have a quick look at it and see what's going on. Also has this really interesting cartoony style. It's not anime per se, I would say. One, the eyes are far too small. So, okay, we have options right here. Race, class, and gender. Granok Warrior, Human Spell Slinger, or an Esper. I think we're going to go for a Human Spell Slinger. That sounds really reasonable and nice and easy to understand. A charge meter deals more damage. Arcana powers the magical abilities. Let's go through here. Now, we have access to a couple of things. These are currently locked. Scientist, Settler, Soldier, Explorer. This is actually a path by the looks of it. We're going to go with Soldier. That sounds like a plan. And a Soldier has a unique ability called a Holdout. Activate transmitters. There are 3 types of Holdout. These are actually missions by the looks of it. Let's have a look back and see what Explorer does. Ah, I see. Okay, so there are different missions available depending on what you pick. So I prefer this one because it involves killing stuff. So let's go for that. You've chosen to play Human Spell Slinger with a player path Soldier. Are you ready to play? Yes, we are. Always bear in mind, folks, that the games shown at Gamescom are works in progress. So do not expect these to be final. But of course, we are filming over the shoulder because we have no other choice in the matter. Okay, so we went to the planet Nexus. Things crashed. Can we survive? We are about to find out, I suppose. There we go. Start off with a bit of a cutscene going on right here. He appears to be playing the air harp. To resurrect me from the dead. Always useful. Oh, he's back on his feet nice and easy. No problem whatsoever. Interesting choice of graphic style, actually. I kind of like it. It's a bit cel-shady, but it's not anime. It's definitely westernized, as you can tell. Let's have a quick rotate around so we can see right there. Can we get around the side? Yes, we can. So that's the kind of detail you're looking at. It's like if Ben 10 Alien Force was made into an MMO. Perish the thought. Look at some abilities right here. So this is your standard hotkey MMO by the looks of it. Find out one way or the other. We are not going in that direction because that would be silly. That's actually quite a nice jump animation. Oh, you can actually sprint as well by holding shift. That's interesting and fairly rare, honestly, when it comes to MMOs in general. Standard questing stuff going on right here. Soldier Crawl, what do you have for me? There's a control point over here. I shall find the control point. I shall battle the control point for supremacy. Looks like we'll get some items. And I could choose a Scout's Pistols. Right, okay. Head down the hill, help any survivors you find. Let's do it. Ooh, Yetis. What kind of planet would it be if it did not have Yetis? Okay, there's your initial shot right there. Okay, so you do have a dodge function with the double S button right there. Enemy vulnerable, attack now. Okay, let's press buttons and see what happens. I don't even know what that was, but it seemed to be effective, so I don't really care. That's a knockdown sigil, right. And that is a gate. It teleports me forward. So if I press that, it will do that. And what the balls? Where did he go? Okay. So you can move to evade that. Things are fairly obvious. This is stylistically kind of neat. I mean, it's a hockey MMO, so that kind of reduces my interest in it. But just the way that they've styled this game and given it sort of its own unique look is pretty awesome. And obviously, since before this, I knew nothing about this game whatsoever. So, I mean, if you look at, say, the way that the damage numbers come up, for instance. Hey, achievements as well. The Artful Dodger. There we go. It's like, we want to be attacking now. Right, there's my target. Yeah, the charge kind of seems to work. It seems a little bit off. And these sort of standard shots right here seem to do the job otherwise. Those are our zone objectives right there, which seem to be specific to the path that we choose. I'm going to head on down to the crash site right now. Ah, there's a trapped survivor down there. Otherwise, sort of standard fare, but it's kind of cool to see a sci-fi MMO with this kind of setting, and of course, this kind of look to it. I think sci-fi MMOs actually suffer from being a little bit too serious, whereas this game doesn't seem to be. It's very cartoony. And there's nothing wrong with that, honestly, not at all. Quick through the stun there. That ability is pretty annoying, honestly, simply because you end up having to then turn around after that, so it's a bit irritating. There we go. We also need to find the control point on the hill, which I think might be up here. Yep, kill Wetty. What the balls is Wetty? On the way to the ancient tower. Okay. Crash survivors right here as well. Yeah, you think? You're on fire. That's to be expected. I like the fact that this game has a sprint. That's nice. That's a good thing. Okay. Need to try and rescue one more. Let's dodge out of the way of that nice and easy. Don't have the engine I need to charge yet. Smack. He dodged it using Comic Sans. There we go. Nice and easy takedown. That's cool. I like this. If you see this at the top, you actually get experience bonuses based on how well you're doing. That's really awesome. Performance-based rewards, really cool. Definitely want to see more of that. That's awesome. Smack that about just a little bit right there. You see, I don't think I'm going to get an evade bonus for this one somehow. I'm standing in a prone metal position, waving my guns at him. There we go. I think it was a bit laggy there. Like, is it doing anything? Do we have any idea? Possibly not. Fires it missiles. You don't really have to aim this. As I say, it's all pretty much auto lock on and things like that. Things are also still named spells, which is a little bit weird considering. I get a momentum bonus, but I won't get an evasion bonus for that one. And I can actually complete the wreckage by the looks of it. So we might go and do that. So I mean, if you are looking for this kind of game, then that seems to be something that you want to be looking at when it comes to this game. Oh, you can actually do flips and stuff. That's pretty neat. And of course, it actually serves a purpose. It helps you evade things in this game, so that's good. If you're looking for a hotkey MMO that is sci-fi based, you could definitely do a lot worse by the looks of it. This seems to have certainly some benefits to it. Seems like a pretty solid game overall. I'm pretty happy with it. That looks to be this control point that we're talking about. So I assume when you activate the control point, you get several waves of enemies, and you then have to deal with said enemies. We shall activate it. Sup. That's quite the control point you have there. Would be a shame if something were to happen to it. Ah, there you go. There's the waves being released. I think the main problem for me at this point is, of course, that it does get a bit samey in terms of the way the combat is, because you are doing the same thing over and over again, and really that's the problem I've got with all hotkey MMOs. But regardless of that, as a hotkey MMO, I think what really matters, aside from very loud music, is that the game does what it says on the tin and does so well without feeling clunky. And I think that's the thing you need to look for the most if you're looking into games like this, and not say, oh, well, it doesn't do really big combat and it doesn't do the sort of hack and slashy stuff. Well, it doesn't really matter, because it does what it does pretty well. And since we now have Prodigy in the background, I'm going to go. My name's been Total Biscuit. This has been a look at Wildstar, and I'll see you next time.